This is what 20 years of Warhammer hoarding looks like. Rooms and rooms filled with boxes of miniatures. How the hell did this happen? What's going on here? Today, we're gonna answer it in the ring. This is my 100% most embarrassing video because this is my pile of shame. And I really mean shame here, people. This isn't like my morsel of pity. This is my pile of shame. Yeah, I'm pretty worried about my pile of shame. And alright, my collection is not quite Collier Brothers bad, but there's a lot of stuff here, and if one of these snacks fell on me, I would be a goner. So, you know, now I'm thinking about that. So why the hell do we collect this stuff? I mean, I'm not the only one, right? Other people have these piles of shame, and I know they do. I know they do. Because there's an almost perverse level of pride in the wargame hobby about how big someone's pile of shame is. Look online and you'll find YouTube videos, threads of pictures, discussions, all on how big their pile of shame is. Which I guess I'm now adding to. But this is kind of weird to me though, because as everyone knows, it isn't about how big it is. It's all about how you use it. It's the motion of the ocean. No, seriously. Most of these boxes of miniatures are totally unbuilt and unpainted. This is more of a grower collection than a shower collection. So it might be a big pile of shame, but it's starting to feel less like a collection of miniatures and more like a maze of miniatures. It's an accumulation, making my wargame hobby less fun because when I walk past one of the 2 rooms of this stuff, because yes, there is another room of this stuff, I'm taking psychic damage like I've stored nothing but Mewtwo's in there. Mewtwo was psychic, right? And yet, I keep adding to the collection. Why? Well, for me, I find it easier to buy a new miniature and add it to this collection than to paint them. When I buy a miniature, I get dopamine pinging off all around my brain. And most miniature companies are like beguiling temptresses to me. They know I want them. And they like to show the miniatures fully built and painted on the box set. It's not like you see an unattractive sprue dripping with Vaseline. No. The box set shows that fully built, painted miniature. It looks so good in my collection. Maybe I'll just buy it. Just click buy now. Yes, come to mama. And then it arrives, and she ain't looking so hot right now. You gotta put in a lot of work to this relationship. I gotta open the box, cut the model from the sprue, sand down the thingies, the mold lines. I don't know, I'm a hobby terrorist, I don't do that. Then you gotta glue it together, prime them, paint them, base the model. What? That is a lot of work. Even just saying it out loud is exhausting. And all of that takes time. Time that I'm also spending buying more miniatures. So yeah, in that context, piles of shame, they start to make more sense. But of course, there is a villain here, and it is not just my own compulsive need to collect, it is the fear of missing out. Are you up to weird stuff on the internet? Do not lie to me, I know you are. For one, I've been looking at your demographics right now, and I see what you've been up to, Devin. But there is a way to prevent peeping Tinas like me. Simply check out Atlas VPN. Keep your Google searches safe, stops ads and malware, and unlock exotic movies from parts unknown. Grab Atlas VPN for just $1.83 per month and get 3 months extra before the big deal is over. Click the link in the description below. Not only that though, but Atlas VPN can be used on multiple devices, meaning that you can protect your entire household with just 1 subscription. That means that you can watch bizarre Japanese cartoons while Gram indulges in her weird stuff on the internet. I'm not sure why this ad suddenly feels like it's been directed by David Lynch, but it's probably because I've been using Atlas VPN to watch Twin Peaks online, even though it's region locked for me. Fine, Atlas VPN. So grab the big deal because now Atlas VPN Premium is just $1.83 per month and you get 3 months extra, people, and you also get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to you. Protect your privacy and get many benefits of Atlas VPN for a ridiculously low price. You can take this deal by clicking the link in the description below. But be quick, as it is a limited time offer, and it's not more miniatures. This room is a monument to FOMO, the fear of missing out, or FOMO is the fear that we'll miss out on certain experiences or products if we let an opportunity pass by, especially if that opportunity feels particularly urgent. And this sense is often exploited by companies to get us to buy certain products by tapping in to our emotional side and slipping on by our rational defenses. And I personally fall for it a lot. At one stage, everything in these boxes felt like I had to buy them or else I'd never get another opportunity, or that I would simply miss out on the chance to add them to my collection. The only chance. And FOMO is something that is practiced by a lot of companies in the wargaming and tabletop space. It's pretty endemic to our hobby. And while that's not unique to our hobby, FOMO is big in video games as well, for example. There is a physical quality to wargames that leave us particularly vulnerable to it. Like someone threw gasoline all over us before we started buying matches. Stock levels, for example, they matter and they change. Minis can't just be held in a storeroom forever, right? Miniatures might be produced as a limited run, or production capacity might make it impossible to continue supporting certain game lines. These all create a context where your favorite models might actually just disappear one day. For example, Mars Attacks is one of my favorite movies of all time. I mean, obviously, it's one of the greatest movies ever made. And I would give my left tit to have some miniature set in that world. And I could. Those miniatures exist. You know, at least for the 12 people that bought into that game. It lasted for like a blink of an eye. Or hell, Starship Troopers has a miniatures game and it's impossible to find the miniatures. I need these miniatures. FOMO. If they release tomorrow, boy, I would feel FOMO. A lot of FOMO. I feel FOMO already. It's dealing psychic damage to me right now. And this goes for a lot of physical hobby stuff too, like board games. Battlestar Galactica board game, for example, immediately springs to mind. And all you need to do is look at the rise and success of Kickstarter to see this. As a platform, every single element of Kickstarter is designed to engender a sense that if you don't buy into a crowdfund right now, then you will miss out on the deal of a lifetime. From different tiers to stretch goals to exclusive prices to companies that never sell their products outside of Kickstarter campaigns, all of this creates an intense need to buy into a crowdfund or forever regret it. And the success of Kickstarter as a platform shows that FOMO works. People are propelled by it. They will buy into products, they will spend lots of money on products, and this psychology is well known and it is exploited by corporations. FOMO works, people. It compels them to buy products that they otherwise wouldn't have. We see wargame companies take advantage all the time. There's event exclusive miniatures, limited runs, limited edition box sets, limited edition models, and more. And I talk on this channel a lot about these high pressure sales tactics because I don't like them. I find them predatory, and this room is why. And of course, there is no company in our hobby that is better versed in this sales tactic than Games Workshop. For example, just last month, Games Workshop revealed a collection of older Commissar models that will be available to buy on a made-to-order basis. What does this mean? Well, they will be available to buy for a limited few weeks, and then they're gone. There will be nothing left. How long will they be gone for? Will they ever come back? We don't know, and Games Workshop isn't telling us. And I have been agonizing over these models for weeks now. I really want to buy some of these. I have an Imperial Guard army, and these models would slip really well into that army. I really want to complete my collection. But the price of these models is absurd. £18 for a single model. A model that cost £5 in 2006. Even adjusting for inflation, this model should cost £9.20. So it's basically 100% more expensive to buy now. Why? Well, because of FOMO. It's to exploit us. It's a thumb on the scale of our judgment. They know that they can charge more money because people will be doing psychic jewels in their mind trying to determine whether they will just give in and click the buy now button. So do I buy them? I mean, look, I could probably fit another box on top of here. Though this time it looks like my choice was made for me, because by the time I actually recorded this script, those models are gone. I guess I'll never get to own those charging madmen. Damn. And even Games Workshop have kind of gone all in on FOMO these days. They only sell their skirmish games in these big bundle exclusive boxes. Most piles of shame seem to include at least one Kill Team box now. Couple of Warcry boxes perhaps, because it's just too much to buy all at once. But hey, if you want the latest models, that's how you get them. So yeah, FOMO is how I've acquired most of my collection. However, that said, that's not entirely true for all of the models. These aren't all FOMO. There's also a lot of projects in these boxes, mostly unfinished projects, it has to be said, some of which I started in the full vigor of youth with dreams of fully completed and painted armies. Ugh. The dream, only for them to become neglected or simply forgotten about, as my motivation to complete them diminished, and I moved on to other, more exciting, newer, sexier projects. And then, for those same projects to suffer the same fate, trapped in an endless cycle of neglect. I've bought so much stuff with good intentions here, and I've been doing that for so long that I've actually forgotten what most of the stuff in these boxes even is. It's just boxes of unpainted, unfinished miniatures. And what that means is I don't even get the joy of taking them out and showing them to people to impress them. It'd be different if all these models were painted and presentable and actually looked cool. But here they are, hidden away in the death room, unbuilt, untouched, unopened. And in my defense here, at the very least, I have the problem that I do enjoy assembling models, but I find it hard to motivate myself to paint them. So I don't like to assemble models until I'm guaranteed that I will paint them, and well, that means I've ended up with a ton of completely unassembled models because it's really hard to get motivated to paint so many boxes. It's one of those catch-22s that all the old folks talk about. This must end. I am resolving it. I have a declaration. I will be resolving this pile of shame. I make this oath to you now, bound in blood. I don't want to starve to death, trapped under a pile of miniatures, and as a result, I will be starting the biggest project in all of YouTube ever. Probably. Maybe. Also, there's a little caveat here. I have to first answer a question. Should I painstakingly build all of these models and paint them? Because if I'm going to do that, then I'm gonna need to do some 24-hour hobby days where I go with these bad boys like a bat out of hell. And that's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be really, really tough, actually. That's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of effort. Or I could just sell them. These models seem so sad. Maybe it's time to just let them go. Give them a chance with someone else. But I'll miss them, though. It's like letting go of an old lover. Regardless of what I do, though, I gotta open all these boxes and actually find out what the hell I have inside of here, which is not going to be pleasant. This is my boulevard of broken dreams. So if you want to join me on that journey, then subscribe to the channel, or you can click the watch the video here. As always, a huge thanks to my patrons, especially Sonic Bread and Crypto Kev. And this month I have partnered with Surrogate Minis. Patrons get a 50% off discount code off the entire Surrogate Mini store. Check it out on my Patreon, patreon.com/discoursminiatures, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye!